to a brand new episode of Coming Distractions brought to you by the Nerdpocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Carrie.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back to review The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Carrie, you had the luxury of seeing this movie. What did you think? Actually, before that, tell us the general premise and what you thought.
Quick synopsis.
Before you give your glowing review.
This is a very loosey-goosey interpretation of the classic ballet, The Nutcracker.
Sure.
So you have Clara, who ends up in this fantastical world, and she has her personal soldier, who is the Nutcracker, and basically the whole Four Realms thing is, in this world there are four realms, and one of the realms is bad, so she has to sort of restore the balance, and there's a twist in there and whatnot, and
sure,
it's a very standard
fantasy. It looked pretty standard.
Yeah.
So, you loved it then?
I described it because the guys ask you after the screener, they're like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, it's very style over substance.
Okay.
Like, objectively speaking, the costume design is beautiful.
This is why I asked you, did you want to see this? Because I know you're super into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like costume porn, man. It's like, I looked at all those costumes and I'm like, it's beautiful. Like, it's so nice to look at, and the makeup and whatnot. Like, it wouldn't surprise me to see this film nominated for Oscars in costume and makeup design.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me either.
Because it's just it's objectively just gorgeous. Special effects, not so much, because there wasn't really a ton.
Yeah.
But yeah, boy, there's nothing happening in this movie. It's
to the shock of no one.
Yeah, and I don't really know what I expected. It's like, you look at the cast list. All right, Keira Knightley is in it, and she's objectively a good actress, and she is objectively not good in this movie. She's very flat. Morgan Freeman is
Freeman's in this movie?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is Drosselmeyer, who's the guy who sort of creates all of the whimsical things, and
so God then again.
Yeah,
right.
But
we get it, Morgan. You're starting to get typecast.
He's barely in the movie. He's he sort of bookends the film. He's at the beginning. He's at the end.
He had to pay a rental on a boat or something.
And I guess Helen Mirren is.
Yeah, I heard she's kind of just like, why am I in this?
Yeah, she's very there. She was the one where, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, it sort of sounds like she's very just, reading these lines.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just, it's very mailed in.
Really?
Which is unfortunate, and it's not what you expect from a Disney-produced film.
Yeah. These kind of movies are weird to me because... these sort of, like you said, these loosey-goosey versions of, classic tales tend to have an audience, but I feel like they do the least amount of work.
Sure.
They're like, we have to make it look good, right? And they succeed in that, but story?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
People will come because of the name, and then they kind of,
and that's
enough.
The thing, and of course it comes out, ostensibly right before the holidays.
Right.
So
which I would have thought a little bit closer to December. I sort of
figured that they were going to do maybe the week before Thanksgiving, but it comes out this weekend instead. So I don't know. But yeah, it's I don't even want to say it's bad. It's just
Yeah. Does it need to exist? Is the real question.
No, it doesn't. And I think everyone's at least vaguely familiar with the music of the Nutcracker.
Of course.
And there wasn't really enough of that for me.
Is there singing in this or no? Is it just...
No, there's no singing. There is a ballet sequence about halfway through the movie, which is nice. They got an actual professional ballerina to do it. And then the credit sequence is also a ballet sequence. So I'm like, that's kind of nice. But... again, that's all style. That's not substance.
Right.
So I would have wanted more actual Nutcracker content rather than a generic fantasy with this sort of Nutcracker sheen on top of it to appeal to people who are existing fans of the Nutcracker.
Right. All right. So your score for this powerhouse?
A solid 2.
2 out of 5.
It's not even it's it's ostensibly not good, but like it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing you can
not
go
offensive,
see.
basically.
Yeah, it's not offensive.
All right, so there you go. 2 out of 5 needs more Nutcracker content. Tell your friends for the Nutcracker in the Four Realms. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the podcast version of this. You can listen to just the audio if you're on the go. You can just look it up. It's called Coming Distractions on wherever you get podcasts. And if you're listening to only the audio version and you want to watch the videos of these, you can go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/the Nerdpocalypse, and we will see you guys next time.
Thanks.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.